Hello, guys. Welcome to the first episode of my Books Unfiltered podcast. So, in this episode, I'm going to be talking about books I've read and books I recommend. So, that's going to be the first topic for my podcast. If you guys want to see more content like this, subscribe to my podcast and subscribe to my podcast. I will be posting content every Wednesday at I will be posting content every Wednesday at 6 p.m. DR, so stay tuned for my content. Anyways, guys, so like I said, on this podcast, I'm going to be talking about books I recommend, books I've read, and things like that. Let me clip on my microphone. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to be talking about books I recommend, books I've read, and things of that nature. So, wait. So, yeah, guys, that's what I'm going to be talking about. Books I read, books I recommend, and that. So let's get onto it. So the first video we're gonna talk about is We Were Liars. I love this book. This book is by Lockhart. Love it, love it, love it. Recommended 100%. So basically, this book is about a girl named Kaden Sinclair, and every summer she goes to her grandparents own an private island, and all of her family members have a house on this private island. So every summer they go to the private island to celebrate, I don't know, the summer, I guess. So in summer 15, she gets into an accident. She doesn't know what happened to her or how it happened, and she's trying to ask every family member what happened and how, but no one will tell her. They want her to remember by herself as per her mom's and doctor's orders. So she's trying so hard to remember. And every little bit she remembers, she writes it down on a post-it note and posts it on her bedroom wall. So yeah, this book, I loved it. At first, I hated it, but as soon as I got into it, I love this book. As soon as I got into it, I loved it. It's like the best book. I don't know, 10 out of 10. Love this book. If you guys have read this book, please let me know down below in the comments. What do you think about it? Is this book, what do you like it? Your thoughts on this book? Do you like it? Do you not like it? But yeah, I feel like I feel bad for Cadence because she went through some rough things and no one would tell her what happened to her. And I feel like really bad for Cadence. I don't know. It's terrible. I'm sorry for her. And I feel bad. I really do. Like honestly, really do. But like I said, at first I hated the book, but then I loved it. As I got into it more, I started loving the book, and it's my favorite book. At first I hated it, but then as I got into it, I was like, okay, I love this book. I love it very much. It's my favorite book. Yeah, I love this book. It's my favorite. Love it, love it, love it. So the next book I'm gonna talk about is One of Us is Lying. I read this book in Spanish, but I liked it so much that I decided to have it in my collection. So basically, this book follows five people. Five people. Yeah, we have Addie Prentice, Nate Macaulay, Cooper Clay, and Bronwyn Rojas, and Simon Kelleher. But they all five went to detention for using the phone in teacher Avery's class, right? And then turns out that Simon Kelleher died. And we don't know how he died, but he died. We don't know how. But Simon Kelleher died. So, I mean, I know how he died. Like no one knows how he died, what happened to him, and the four remaining students are labeled as suspects. Because they were the only one. They were the only one in that room with Simon. They were the only one inside detention with Simon. There was no teacher, no nothing. So they're labeled as suspects. So yeah, I don't know. Super interesting. I mean, I started watching the TV show not too long ago, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I have One of Us is next. One of Us is back. And if you guys want me to do a finishing series I'm in the middle of video, I would love to do that because, it would be cool. Anyways, yeah, I love this book. Let me know your thoughts about it. I mean, my favorite, When Winter Has and Nick Macaulay are my favorite. I love them. I love them all. They're my favorite. Nate Macaulay, Bronwyn Ross. I love you guys. Like, They're my favorite. I don't know. I just love this book, and I don't know. It's interesting. It's an interesting book, an interesting read. I mean, I don't know. It's an interesting read to me. But anyways, the next book. I have so many books that I've read. Like, oh my gosh, Verity. Let me tell you what. I don't know what to say about Verity. Sorry, I'm being quiet, but it's late at night and my sister's sleeping. My parents are, I don't know, doing what. But yeah. Anyways, oh yeah, I love this book. It's like, this is the kind of books where love the book, hate the character. Those kind of books where you love the book, it's your favorite ever, but you hate the character. This is one of those books. Not my favorite. I love it. Not my favorite, but I hate the character. So this book is about a girl called Verity, right? Verity Crawford, right? Her husband, Jeremy Crawford, he works, I think he works at a publishing, something like that. I have no clue if he's the owner of the publishing company or he works there. I have no clue. But Verity is an author, right? But she got into a car accident and she can no longer write. So her husband, Jeremy Crawford, is looking for an author to finish her series that she was working on before her car accident. So he stumbles upon Lowen Ashley. So yeah, he invites her to his house so she can look at Verity's work and get familiar with it before she starts writing the series finale, I guess. So yeah, she starts to uncover some dark things about Verity that I will not say because this is a no spoiler book. This is a no spoiler podcast episode. But yeah, I don't know. Love, 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 love. Totally recommend. Like, yes, yes, yes. You have to read it. Yes, please, please, please. 1,000 times. Yes. This book, yes, you have to read it. I recommend it 100%. Yes. Okay. Like I said, this is one of the books where you hate the book, but it's your favorite book, but you hate the character. You love the book, but you hate the character. I love this book. Not my favorite, though. We'll get into that a little bit later, but I hate the character. Like, I don't know how to. I have to explain that because I don't know. I had to. My next book is Daisy Jones and the Six. This one took me forever to finish, but I finished it. And I can honestly say, I wasn't expecting the ending of this book. Like, can honestly say, I wasn't expecting the ending at all. At all. Yeah. That's to say, I wasn't expecting the ending. Like, you know, yeah. I wasn't expecting the ending of this book. The ending of this book got me off guard. Like, I wasn't expecting it. It cut me off guard. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, cut me off guard totally. But anyways, this book is called Daisy Jones and the Six. It's written by Taylor Jenkins Reid. So basically, right, Daisy Jones is a girl. She's carried this trauma all her life, and when she was 14 years old, she got into some. When Daisy Jones was 14 years old, she got into some questionable things that I will not talk about because I don't want to spoil this book for anyone who hasn't read it. This is a spoiler free zone, and I don't want to spoil the book for anyone who hasn't read it. So I'm not going to tell you what questionable things she got into. You'll have to read the book to find out. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry about that. But, anyways, she got into some questionable things, right? And she's starting to like figure herself out and stuff. So she got signed. She met her best friend Simone when she was 14, right? Because that's when she got into some questionable things. That's when she met her best friend, right? So also she signed with this company, right? And her manager or I don't know, someone, I think her manager, I don't know. There was this upcoming band called The Six, and like Daisy was up and coming. So her manager thought it would be a good idea if she like toured with the Six, played some of her music. She toured with them and was the opening act for the Six and whatnot. So she thought it was a good idea. Daisy, so that's what she did. But then the guy was talking, or the manager from the Six was talking to them, and they was like, "Oh, everybody likes Stacy. Wouldn't it be a good idea if she collaborated on an album with you guys?" And so at first, Billy Dunn, which is the frontman of Daisy, the frontman of the Six, he didn't get along with Daisy. He hated her. He didn't get along with her. Like he hated her so bad. Again, didn't get along with her. Like he hated her guts. Like, let me tell you that much. He hated her guts. But then they started developing feelings for each other, and everyone started liking Daisy. They had to work together. They had to write songs together. And the thing about Billy is he wrote the songs in the band. Whatever he said goes. Whatever he says goes. That's how Billy is. No one could say anything. And there was this guy named Eddie, and he was against that. He didn't like Billy telling him what to do. But with Billy, whatever he says goes. That's basically how Billy was. That's his attitude. That's what he did. That's what he was. Whatever he says goes. Basically, that's Billy. Like, so he wrote all the songs for the Six. He wrote all the songs for the Six, and no one had a say in anything. But yeah, basically. So the ending was a shocker. I didn't. I thought something else was gonna happen, and thank God that something didn't happen. It happened something different. Oh my gosh, the ending was a shocker. I'll tell you that much. But just read it, please. Take my word and read it. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. Read it. Take my word for it. Okay. The next book I'm gonna talk about. Oh my god, this is my favorite book, guys. My favorite book. Okay. So we have Love on the Brain. This is the book. Oh my god, guys. I will tell you. Let me tell you something about Love on the Brain. So basically, this book follows two people, Levi Ward and Levi Ward and B. Königswasser. So B. Königswasser worked for this company, or worked for this company. I forgot the name. Sorry, I read this book ages ago in October. I forgot the name of the company that B. Königswasser worked for. But she worked for this company, right? And she got an email from NASA saying that they needed someone for a project they were working on. They wanted someone to work on the project, right? So they asked B to be like the lead of the project, not the lead, but like the co-lead of the project, right? Because she had someone else who was gonna be also the co-lead. She had a partner that was gonna work with her. You know, she had someone else who was the co-lead. So she was like so excited, so happy, so like excited, happy, everything in between, right? So then she finds out her co-lead is Levi Ward, who she cannot stand. Levi Ward, she hates him. It's like an enemies to lovers trope, basically, and I love that. But enemies to lovers, but she hates Levi Ward. She hates his guts, and at the end, things start unfolding, and you have to see for yourself what happens. If you want to know what happens, you have to see for yourself. Again, this is a no, this is a spoiler-free zone, so you'll have to read the book if you want to know what happens between Levi and B. I will not say much. If you want the big shot, you have to read the book. But yeah, Lavender Brain by Ali Hazelwood. Ali Hazelwood is my second favorite author. My first favorite author is Colin Hoover, and my second favorite author is Ali Hazelwood, and my third favorite author is Taylor Jenkins Reid. Yeah, those are my god, those are my favorite authors: Taylor Jenkins Reid, Colin Hoover, and Ali Hazelwood. Okay, okay, I will skip a book. Oh wait, no, I'm gonna talk about this book. I don't know why. I'm not gonna skip it. Wait, let me see something. Okay, I'm not gonna skip about this book. I'm gonna talk about it because it deserves its moment. This book deserves its moment. Okay, this book deserves to have its moment, and we're gonna give it its moment. Okay, so basically, this called Highly Suspicious and Fairly Cute. Never heard about this book ever in my life, but I saw it at the store and I thought the cover was cute. I know, I know. I can hear the comments already. I can hear the comments already. Like, I'm preparing mentally for the comments. I can hear them in my head. If there's any comments at all, this being my first podcast episode and my first podcast. Well, anyways, yeah, so this book follows Celine Bangura and Bradley Grimmy. It is like friends, two enemies, two lovers trope, basically, because Celine and Bradley used to be best friends when they were younger, right? But then I think a friend of Bradley's told him to join the football team so he could make more friends, go out there, make more friends, talk to people. And he was like, okay, why not? Let's do it. I'm into it. Sign me in. But then he started talking less and less to Celine. Like they started talking and hanging out less and less. They started hanging out and talking less and less and less each day. So she just cut him from his life. And she hated him for that. She hated him for joining the football team and not talking to her. So she hated him. So yeah, they became enemies. And some things happen that you have to find out. They become enemies. And then there's the Catherine Breakspear experience, which is like a camping trip. And the winner gets to intern for Catherine Breakspear. And Catherine Breakspear, she's a liar. And Celine and Bradley both want to be liars. So, Celine has some trauma also, which you have to read the book to find out. You know, that's all I'll say about it. I won't say much, but yeah, highly suspicious and fairly cute. Talia Hebert, first book from this author. I heard she has a popular book called Get a Life, Chloe Brown. That's one of her popular books. I heard so. Get a Life, Chloe Brown. You know, I'll have to read that. I really want to read Get a Life, Chloe Brown. That book sounds interesting. I don't know. Really want to read it. But yeah, I got this book. The cover was pretty. It's pink, my favorite color. Yeah, I can hear the comments already. If there's any, this being my favorite podcast and first, this being my first podcast and first episode, who knows if there will be any comments? But if there are, I can hear them in my head. I can 100% hear them. But anyways, 10 out of 10. Yes, please read it. It's like the trope is friends to enemies to lovers. That's the trope of the book. Friends to enemies to lovers. The last book, Daisy Jones and the Six. I don't know what the trope was. I don't think they were friends. At the end, they were friends, but at the beginning, they hated each other. So I don't know. You know, this you have to read the book. Then my favorite book. Oh my God, Red Wine and Royal Blue. Please tell me you have read this book because I don't know. Just tell me. Tell me. Tell me this book is not your favorite. Tell me, like, please tell me because this book. Oh my God, I wish I could take the book. Like open up my brain, like a box, insert the book into my brain and close it up. I just want to do that again and again and again. I love this book so much. Anyways, this book is the trope in this book. Wait, I'll be right back. Let's continue. So, anyways, I was the book I'm so our book is like enemies to lovers because they were enemies, and then enemies to lovers. I don't have to explain much, but basically this book centers on Alex Claremont Diaz, who is the first son of the President of the United States, Ellen Claremont, and the Prince of Wales, Prince Henry Fox. Basically, Alex meets Henry at like an event or something of that sort. Can't remember. I saw the movie not too long ago, so I should know this, but I can't. Anyways, yeah. So, like Prince Henry was a prick to him. Okay, why am I British all of a sudden? Henry was a dick to him. Let's put it that way, right? And ever since then, I think he was, I don't know how old he was. I think it was 12, something like that. I don't know. But ever since then, Alex has hated Henry with all of his being. But then Alex and his family are invited to Prince Henry's brother's wedding. Philip, yeah, Prince Henry's to Philip's wedding, which is Prince Henry's brother. They're invited to his wedding, and cows and shares. So you know they're forced to like be seen together and act like they like each other, like they're buddies. So yeah, if you wanna know more, read the book. Just read it. Read the book. Totally read the book. Like 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5. This is my I don't know if you remember earlier I said like this book. I love this book, but it's not my favorite. I think it was favorite I was talking about, and I said I'll explain a little bit about that later. This is my favorite book. Yes. If you want to go to my Goodreads and let us know, you can see everything about my books, my ratings, and all of that. But my favorite book, Red, White, and World Blue. I would I s- Half of these books are read because I wanted to see the movie. Let's be honest. Nowadays, if I want to see the movie, I'll read the book first. That's how I read. Nowadays, that's my motivation. Like the movies is what motivates me to read. If there's a movie which I know is based on a book, I will read the book. You know, now my motivation to read is movies. Nowadays, that's my motivation. In the past, I would like see movies because I wasn't a reader, so I just saw movies and didn't give a damn. But now I will read the book first and then see the movie, so I don't have any spoilers. But back in the day, because I wasn't a reader, like a hardcore reader like I am now. I just saw movies without a care in the world. But yeah, guys, yes, please read it, read it, read it. I have some books that I haven't read. You know, I have books that I haven't read. But like, that's pretty much it for One of Us is Lying. I have One of Us is Next, One of Us is Back, which I cannot wait to read that. Like, I'm obsessed. Cannot wait to read it. Like, literally cannot wait. So, yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this podcast episode. I hope you enjoyed this podcast episode where I talked about the books I've read, and what I think about them. I hope you enjoyed it. To be honest, I was quite nervous because, this is a podcast and I love books. And whenever I talk about books, I get kind of nervous because, I'm obsessed with books. So sometimes I get nervous. It's fine. It's okay. It's books. Nothing too shabby. I sometimes, when I talk about books, I get nervous, But, I guess that's just me. I don't know. Anyways, if you guys want more content, I post every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Every Wednesday, 6 p.m. I post, you know, every Wednesday, 6 p.m. So you're gonna get more podcast content from me. That's for sure. Because I post every Wednesday, 6 p.m. So you'll get more content from me. Let me tell you that much. Let me tell you that much. Okay? Okay. Well, yeah, guys, that's it for me today. If you wanna be up to date with Books Unfiltered, follow my Instagram, Books Unfiltered, my TikTok, which Books Unfiltered. I haven't created it yet, but by the time you see this, I'll probably have created it. So go look at it, go check it out if it's created. I don't know. But yeah, guys, stay tuned for more book content coming your way every Wednesday at 6 p.m. And I'll see you guys in the next podcast episode. Bye bye for now.